Alright, what's up y'all? Today I'm going to be answering a series of questions. My mentee, I'm his mentor, Ezekiel Isaac. He asked me a bunch of questions and I was like, bro, let me just make a whole YouTube video for this because these questions are fire and I feel like they're going to help a lot of people. So here we are. Happy Mother's Day to everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, I feel like we all have to have a mother to get here, right? I don't think that's crazy to say. Like, we all have to have a mother, a parent figure, somebody to get here. We can't just get here by ourselves. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. I got the question. So the first question is, how did you find the confidence to transition regardless of what close people around you might have thought? These are really good questions. This might be a long video, but this is why we're here. How did I find the confidence? Honestly, I just got tired of like living my life the way I was and not being able to like follow the path that was like bright in my head. Like, I figured out I was trans when I was like 15, and I remember telling my girlfriend at the time, telling my friends, and all I had to do was tell my family. So what really made me just tell my family was just like, yeah, I just saw this vision in my head and it felt so right, so God sent, so true. So it's like, why am I not living this way if it's literally, this is my truth? So honestly, I guess what gave me the confidence is just being tired of living the way I was living. Like, I wanted change. I wanted to start getting to where I knew I could go, which is me today. Like, I saw this in my head. You know, I saw the path. I was like, bro, let me just go there. So I don't even know if I was confident. I was probably scared. Like, I was scared to tell my parents. I didn't know how they were going to react. I remember I was low-key delulu. I told my parents and I was like, oh, they're going to be super supportive, and they were not having it. But like, I guess the delulu like helped me have the confidence because I don't really care what you have to say. Like, this is what I'm going to do, you know? So just being tired of living the way I was living, I would say, gave me the confidence. Like, it's me or no one. This is my life. I have to make these decisions for myself. So that's how I did it. Next question. When it came to the point where you passed, could you be considered stealth? When it came to the point where you passed / could be considered stealth, did you feel the need to come out or keep it to yourself? So recently I've been super passing. I'm super stealth. People literally think I'm a cis man. Like, 100% of the time, nobody can clock me anymore. Nobody can clock me anymore. Maybe other trans people, but like, I don't get clocked. People literally think I'm a cis man. My own community, queer people, think I'm a cis man. Other trans people think I'm a cis man until I out myself. So I have been making it a point like to out myself in almost all situations that I'm in. Because I don't want people to just see me as a cis man. I want people to know that they were working, that you were in school with a trans person. Like, I want you to know who I am, because I am cis assumed at this point. I'm 100% cis assumed. So yeah, I out myself to everybody. I really do. Like, if someone asks me, oh, should I tell people? I'm like, tell them. Like, I'm not saying don't be outing people without their permission, but like, in my queer community, I don't mind if people like talk about my transness. Like, what are we hiding? We're not hiding anything about me. So like, I'm super open about it because, again, I don't want people to see me as just a cis man. Nothing wrong with cis men, but I'm not a cis man, so let's not pretend. But yeah, it's something I had to like deal with. Really, it's pretty tricky. Once you start passing 100% of the time, it's like, oh shit, y'all do not see the like trans aspect of me. Like, at the slightest, people might think I'm like queer or gay or something, or bisexual, okay? But they don't see my gender identity. They just see my sexuality. So yeah, it's definitely tricky, and it's not as fun. It's cool to pass, but then when you want to bond with your own community, or you're trying to bond with people, and like, you know, female people are like not scared of you, but like they see you as a man, so they're like standoffish, or, you know, when, you know, it just helps to have that aspect there. But like, I still am a man, so like, you know what I mean? I get what comes with being a man, but at the same time, yeah, my transness does matter, and like, where I started from, I started as a female. I think that really does play a part into who I am and all that. So yeah, I make it a point to come out. Third question. Is it more flexible to experiment with style and things like that when you're passing as a man? Yes. I will say 100% yes, because I know that my vessel is where I want it to be. Like, I got my muscles, I look good, I'm on T, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is aligning. So if I throw a skirt on, or if I'm experimenting with my style, I don't feel invalidated in a sense, because I know like I'm a whole ass dude. So I would say yes. Before I transitioned, I wasn't really experimenting with style that much. Well, I would just wear like my athletic wear and things like that, but I was also 14. I, you know, socially transitioned at like 15. So up until I was 14, I was just wearing like regular stuff. Like, I wasn't super into fashion, I guess, at that young of an age. I was more so just in my like Nike sweatsuits and things like that. So yeah, but I could speak being like 20, I started experimenting with my style more. I'd say honestly, like the last 2 years, like I've been more open to wearing skirts or wearing like garments, like Nigerian dress garments, things like that. So in the last 2 years, I started to do that, and in the last 2 years, I've been passing undeniably. So it does make it easier, just because you know like your base is good, your foundation is good. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put on a skirt. Yeah, I'm gonna wear a crop top. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So that's just me personally. I definitely did to start. I definitely did start experimenting more at this point in my transition now. Question number 4: are queer/trans spaces easier to find once you transition? Yes and no, because again, like I said, I pass. I pass. So trans people, queer people are not going to look at me and be like, oh, he's one of us, until I open my mouth. So I will say though, I have been finding more spaces because I open my mouth and I put myself out there. Like I said, I out myself. I when I see queer people or trans people, I like gravitate towards them and I let them know like, hey, I'm kin, like we folk, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like especially my black queer folks, like yeah, they put me on to a lot of things. My black queer family, I've met a lot of black queer people that have put me on to being in more black queer spaces. Aside from school just happened by the grace of God, where I'm in a field that a lot of queer open people are. So like that's cool, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have to search for that. Well, kind of, I had to search for that too. I had to find what aligns with me. I feel like God led me to the queer people in my life because I'm so open about myself. So like you attract what you are. So because I'm so out and open, I attract other people that are so out and open. So that's the best way I can put that. Number 5, approximately how many shoe sizes did your feet grow when you started T? My feet didn't grow. I've been at 10.5 in men's for like the longest time, and I've stayed at 10.5 in men's, 12 in women's. I've probably been that size since I was like 14. So the T didn't really change my shoe size. Can you explain bottom growth a little more? So bottom growth, essentially, it's like the first change that I noticed. Bottom growth is when your clit, as of now, literally grows. So that's why I literally, bro, I have a dick. It's just not a 6-inch dick or anything, but like it's a cool 2-inch, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool little 2-inch thing, you know what I'm saying? 1.5, 2-inch thing type. It do what it do. I can literally like jack off, bro. It's a dick. But it's your clit, and it literally just elongates. So imagine it was just like a little dot before, like it was just this little dot right here. Now it's like all of this. Like now it's like this. Like it's the whole finger. So that's how I can explain it. It literally just grows. I'm about to be 7 years on T, and it grows slowly, or more and more over time. Not too drastic. The first, I guess it was super drastic, maybe like within the first 3 years, and then after the first 3 years, it's kind of just like it's there, but it grows a little bit, or it gets a little thicker, or just gets, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's basically like you have a mini dick. I love my bottom growth. I literally have foreskin that you can like pull back. Like bro, it's a dick. I made a video about how to care for yourself down there, because you can literally get dick cheese because the skin literally covers the head of your new dick. Bottom growth is super fun. It definitely helped my bottom dysphoria a lot for a while, but I've just gotten to a point now where I just want something more. But it's cool, you know what I mean? Like it's a cool addition. You feel more aligned if you're gonna, you know what I mean, like solo do stuff with yourself. You're able to like there's just more down there for you to do stuff with. And especially when you're getting pleasured, you can actually get sucked off. You can even penetrate, depending on the position. I haven't had that much luck penetrating. I've tried to, but honestly, I'm just like scared to try positions, because I'm like, damn, like just knowing that my girlfriend is like perceiving me trying to put my thing in. So yeah, but what has felt good, like she's got on top of me before, and like it's easy just to like find what works for you. But what I'm trying to say is you can do a lot with your bottom growth, and everyone's bottom growth varies too. Like mine is like 1.5 inches to 2 inches. I haven't measured it, but I'm just assuming from like what I can see, like 1.5 inches to 2 inches when I'm hard. And some people, I've heard of some guys having 4-inch bottom growth when they're erect. So it really depends on the person. Same thing with like cis dudes. Not everyone's dick is going to be the same size. Same thing for trans guys. Not everyone's dick is going to be the same size. So it's very tailored to your experience. So however your genetics are is what you're going to end up with. Is finding love easier? Question number 7. Honestly, for me, no. I had no issue finding people, just because people just like me for me. It doesn't matter what gender I am, how I present, whatever. People have just liked me for me. People like me when I look like a girl. People like me when I look like a guy. People like me when I look like an in-between. People liked me in general. So I don't think finding love is easier per se, but I mean, if you have a real disconnect with yourself, it might be hard to find love. But even as a lesbian or as a woman, I still thought I was fly. I still had that like swag on me. So I always found love. Like there was always love to be had for me, at least. So that's my experience. Me being a girl, me being a man, I've had no different experiences finding people to love me, to be honest. Is it true there's a period where you physically can't cry? I how do I explain this? I feel like in the beginning it was harder to cry because I was getting used to just like all this testosterone being in me, and like just getting used to having a new hormone control my body, right? So at first I would say, yeah, a little bit. I could still cry if something really moving happens, but it wasn't as like, like breakdown. I'm like sobbing as I was pre-teen. But then I realized recently, like I've just been so, like, I think at this point I'm almost 7 years on T. My body's just used to it. So now I literally can start crying from like anything. Like I cry a lot. Like life can be so beautiful and I'll start crying. Like I cry for a lot of reasons. Like at one point, like 2 years ago, a year ago, it stopped a year ago, but like I would get on my college campus and start crying because I was so happy that I made it there. So yeah, I cry easily. Like I'm just in tune with my emotions now. If I'm sad, I'll cry. If I'm mad, I'll cry. If something's bothering me, I'll cry. Like I don't have a problem crying. So if you can't cry, like I would say do a lot of inner work and just like feel the feelings when you feel them. Don't just be like, nah, it's cool, bro. Like sit there and just like feel. Like that's what I've done. It's probably more deeper than that, but yeah, as of right now in my life, like I don't have a problem crying. Like I cry. I'm not like a super, I can't cry. Like I freaking cry. What's been the most unexpected change while on T? It's a good question. Most unexpected change on T. I'm over here looking at myself. I don't know. I was gonna say like my hairline going back. If y'all have looked at my earlier videos or older videos, my hairline was like down here. It was just, I don't know. My forehead is like masculinized. Like I have a masculine hairline. What else? I feel like the muscles I was expecting, the body fat. Pierre, move! I'm about to put my buddy outside, bro. He's been tweaking. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the stinking. Like I don't know. I stinked before, but like now it's just like even more. I don't know. I feel like I expected most of the things. I can't think of anything right now because I watched so many videos while I was pre-T that I feel like I expected every change that came about. But I guess I would just say like my hairline changing. Like I look like my hairline has masculinized. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Like the facial hair I expected, that was the point. The muscle was the point. The voice was the point. And maybe like my eyebrows getting thicker because I didn't think my eyebrows had any chance of getting thicker, and like testosterone. Like bro, they're not that thick right now, but they used to be like invisible, actually invisible. Okay. What's your favorite part about being on T? Probably how easy I can get muscle, or like how strong I look, and like my masculine, like I just wanted to look like a freaking athletic jock fool. That's literally my goal, and that's what I think I've got it. I've attained the goal, but like that is the most satisfying thing for me. Like I want to be like this muscular, big, jock looking athletic fool. So that's my favorite part about being on T, being strong, having like just being like I like being on testosterone. I just like everything. Like I just like this, bro. I just like this. Like I don't have a favorite part, bro. I like all of it. I like my voice. I like my body. I like how big I am. I like how strong I am. I like how I don't know. I love it. Everything. I like how hungry I am. I like how much food I can eat. Okay. Least favorite thing about being on T, probably how bad I smell, because I feel like before I could smell and it wouldn't be like so loud, but now, bro, even after 30 minutes of being outside or doing something, bro, I smell terribly, especially in my bottom region, like my butt cheeks, my butt hair. I have a lot of butt hair. I just stink. I just stink. It's not like a cute little musk. I stink. Like I need to change clothes and like shower. Stink. Okay. Question number 12. Is it true your sexuality becomes more clear to you? I would say for me, no, because to be 100% honest with you, when I was younger and I was a girl, I liked men or boys or males, whatever, but I also like girls too. So I think I just had to do a lot of figuring out during high school and college and like even like up until recently. Like now I've understood like I just like people, period. But when I liked girls, when I liked guys when I was growing up as a girl, and I realized I was at this point, I thought when I was like 13, 14, I realized, okay, I think I'm a lesbian. I think I like girls, right? So I was like, okay, that means I can't like boys. But when I grew up, I did like boys. So I was trying to like just ignore parts of myself, right? Like, oh, if I'm gonna like girls, then I have to only like girls. So I stopped. So I told myself like, oh, you're just a lesbian. You only like girls. Not the case. And then, I transitioned to a man. And I'm like, okay, I only like girls. I might be bisexual. Like, just had to do a lot of finding out. I don't know if it came because of me being on T or just time going on and me being open and real with myself. But like, I've just been open and real with myself and like not tried to downplay my attractions or my desires. Like, I like everyone. Period. Like, it's just taking me a lot of time, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of just like being real with myself. Like, not trying to shut myself down when I'm looking or I'm attracted to this type of person or this type of person. Like, let's be fucking real, bro. You like people. So I think that's where I'm at now. Like, and labels are so bad. Like, I don't even care about labels for real, bro. No, I should have started hurting for real. I didn't even do that. It's rest day for real. But yeah, bro. Like, nah. I guess though, maybe because I'm comfortable in myself, I'm comfortable enough to voice my attractions and voice who I like and voice what I like. So maybe. But I've realized, when I connect the dots, like, bro, I was queer when I was a kid too. Like, when I was 5 years old, bro, I was attracted to my mom's assistant preschool teacher. I was 5 years old. I literally wanted her to be my girlfriend. I thought she was bad. I was like 5, bro. 6, a kid. But I also like, I liked girls more at that age, I ain't gonna lie. But then like, when I started to get older, then 9, 10, I like guys. So it's like, I had boyfriends in elementary school. So it's like, I've just been fluid my whole life. When I connect the dots, I realize I've been fluid my whole life. I like girls, tends to jump. I like guys, tends to jump. And at 5 years old, bro, you can't tell me nothing. Because guess what? I didn't even know what it meant to be gay at 5, bro. I did not know what it meant to be gay that young, bro. I hadn't, like, nothing had traumatic happened to me, nothing. I was just being my true self. Literally, I was 5, 6, wearing my tank top and my little plaid shorts. I'm gonna put the picture because we all know which ones they are. And if you're wearing them, you're probably queer. But yeah, I was wearing those, bro, and I saw myself as a dude in my head. So, like, you feel me, bro? I like girls. That's just what it is, bro. And it's beautiful to, like, be able to connect the dots now. Like, I'm just so open with myself. Like, yeah, I like everybody. I like everybody. Okay. So next, these questions are specifically, what's up, Ezekiel? I know you're watching all of this, so what's up, Brody? But these questions next are relationship with God questions because Ezekiel, he had a lot of questions about my relationship with God because people always assume if you're trans, LGBT, whatever, if you're queer, you cannot have a relationship with God, which is false. If you've been on my channel, you know that is not the truth. I don't play that. It's unfair that people have created this narrative that makes it that just because you're queer, you can't have a relationship with God. Like, bro, we all deserve to have a relationship with God. So I'm definitely gonna stand here and preach that you can have a relationship with God. Don't matter if you're queer, trans, bro, you good. A relationship with God is a personal thing, bro. Can't nobody tell you that you don't have, bro. This is, I don't play that. God is for everybody. God is love. Don't play with me. You telling me God gonna hate me because I'm trans? Get out of here, bro. God don't hate nobody. Oh, God loves you, so he's trying to lead you to the right way. God been led me to the right way. That's why I'm here today. That's why I'm thriving. That's why I'm glowing. That's why I'm talking like this. That's why I'm like this. That's why I'm built like this. Okay? Trans people, queer people, we have God within us. Don't let people make you think that the voices inside of you telling you to transition or to like the same sex and are demons and bro, that's God within you telling you to live your damn life. Please listen to me. Like, trust, bro. Anyways, first question. How do you keep others' opinions about your gender and sexuality from deterring your relationship with God? Honestly, from the jump, when I first came out, no shade to my mom, nothing like that. But my mom was growing up in the like Christian church, so that's just what she's been fed, and I don't blame her. But you know, I've had my own parents, my own mom tell me that, you know, God basically tell me all the reasons why God don't think what I'm doing is right, and I'm sinning, and the devil is in my head, and the devil is controlling me. I remember when I was getting my hysterectomy, it's, oh, the devil is making you choose to remove all your like, bro, it's not the devil. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it's hard when you got your own blood. You got people that are close to you telling you this is not what God would want for you. Like, it's so contradictory, because how are you gonna tell me what God wants for me if I just got off the phone with God. Me and God just had a whole conversation, and then I walk up in here and you gonna tell me what God like, you see how contradictory that is? I just had a whole conversation with God, and now you're gonna tell me what God wants for me, as if I didn't just speak to God on my own accord. People don't think that queer people and trans people are valid in what we know. We don't just feel like this, we know. But when it comes to us, we get overlooked. Oh, no. I know more than you, so I'm gonna tell you trans people what you need to do, and I'm gonna tell you trans people how you should be living, and I'm gonna tell you trans people what God wants from you, which is a bunch of BS, because nobody knows you better than you. And I'm a firm believer in that. And it's just funny too, trans people get ridiculed, but you don't see us. One second, Pierre. You don't see us ridiculing cis people about how they live their life. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm just look. Okay. Anyways, I guess how I don't let others' opinions deter me is you just can't let it deter you, bro. Like, if things are bothering you, just like snap back, right? Like I said, my own blood has told me that God doesn't want me to live like this. I had a stepmom. She literally told me, like, God wouldn't want you to do this. God wants you to stay how you are. This, that. People in my YouTube comments telling me this. I've heard it from every different direction you could possibly think. And, bro, you just gotta know you. Just block out the haters. I know that sounds so cliche, but block out the haters. You and God know what's up. Nobody else can tell you what's up. You literally have got to follow your own path. Get so tunnel vision that no outside voices can mess you up. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying to just ignore people that are trying to look out for you and things like that. But when it comes to things that you know deep down, can't nobody tell you this or that. You know, especially when it's not asked. I didn't ask for your opinion on this. I didn't ask for your advice. But you're gonna tell me how to live my life. No, it doesn't work like that. And I'm not harming anyone. You think I'm harming myself, but I'm not. Why am I thriving if I'm supposed to be harming myself? Sometimes you just gotta trust your own path and ignore people. People that are super successful and said, hey, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to become an entrepreneur and I'm going to start this business. Do you think that people didn't tell them, you know, that you should probably quit your job because that business is not going to work? You have to be so invested in your goal that you do not care about the people that say that it ain't going to work. You cannot care about the people that say it's going to fail. You can't care. Be so locked in on you and keep elevating and growing that you don't care about none of the outside voices. Period. Question 2. How do you know you're hearing from God as opposed to it being your inner thoughts? For me personally, when I hear things from God, it's like, I feel like I'm going to say this too. God is within us. So my inner thoughts and God, I believe, are the same thing. Or I believe they're locked in. Like, when I'm having my internal dialogue and I'm including God in the conversation, when I'm intentionally saying, hey, God, I'm going to talk to you, and then I proceed to talk, and I hear a voice in my head or in my consciousness, that's God. Because I just invited God. God was already within me, but now I'm explicitly, intentionally inviting God into the conversation, and I'm hearing something. Well, who else is it? You know what I mean? God don't ignore you. God is there. You know, sometimes you might not always hear the literal inner thought or whatever, but, like, sometimes you just feel a nudge. And also for me, when I get a direction from God or a voice from God, I also get the chills. Like, it's like a feeling, bro. You know what's up. Don't second guess yourself. Like, your inner God is within us. We are not separate from God. So your inner thoughts, those voices that you hear telling you, yeah, do this, that is God, bro. You and God are not separate. The Spirit lives within us. What makes you think that you are so separate from God? You're not. Okay, we do have flesh, and you know what I'm saying, it takes time to understand what's your flesh talking and what's God talking. And sometimes even the flesh, I feel like, look, everybody got their own way to navigate this relationship with God, but for me personally, I get the chills when God is talking to me, and it's an undeniable direction that I just know, oh, God said to do that. Like, I just know. You can't explain it. If you're like, was that God or what? You know. You gotta build your not memory, but you gotta build your muscle between you and God. It's like it's a workout for real. The more you lean into God, the more you follow, the more you start seeing, oh, when I listen to this voice and it worked out and I thrived, oh, let me stay over here. Oh, you know what I'm saying? When something takes me to just a whole new level, when I follow this path and I end up somewhere so beautiful, that's the voice. So follow the voice that is leading you to the best area. You know what I mean? Like, the proof is in the pudding. I listen to the voice I think is God. I listen to it and I end up making great connections. I end up leveling up my career. I end up making YouTube videos. I end up just doing things that are aligned with like my higher self, me, my higher being, the higher power. You know what I'm saying? So like, keep leaning into that. I hope that makes sense. But like, yeah, if you're leaning into the voice that's causing you to fucking drunk drive, maybe that's not God. You know what I mean? Like, the proof is in the pudding. There's things that you gotta differentiate. You know what I'm saying? If this voice leading you down a path of destruction, maybe that ain't God. Okay, maybe that's not God. Follow the voice that's leading you to elevate. That is always going to be God. Okay. How do you trust God regardless of the situation? Again, it's something I had to practice. Like, I used to be like, oh, my life's so terrible. God's not here for me. God doesn't care. Now, bro, I could be broke, $20 in my account. I'm like, God got me. Bro, it's just a thing. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, there's so many times I've had nothing and God has always came through. So why wouldn't I trust God again? Easier said than done. There do be those days where I'm just like, damn, I got to figure it out by myself. But I really don't. I'm just not putting my faith in God how I really should be that day, because I'm not perfect. I'm a human. Like, that's just what it is. Hello, I'm a human. Hi. I also fall off the wagon of faith. But for the most part, like, yeah, I just be trusting God because God has had me in the past. So why wouldn't God have me now? Like, if I'm worried about where my next meal gonna come from, I shouldn't, because God got me. I'm never starved. I've never starved. I've never been without a roof over my head. I've never been taken care of. I've never had support. Even if, you know, say that roof over my head disappeared, I had another one to go to. God has always had me. If I didn't have food in my fridge, God supplied food somewhere else. Somebody got me food. Somebody else came through. So God sends people. God sends things to you. So it's just about looking at the proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Working on that relationship with God and really just letting God show you why you should always trust in Him. Letting God show you, like, why they always got you. Just let God show you. And if you need help, always pray to God. Because I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. But if you have direct questions, literally, bro, ask God. Like, ask God to guide you, to show you. God will do that if you literally just ask, God, I need help hearing your voice. God will help you. God, I need help knowing what to do. God, can you lead me in the right direction? Because I'm not really sure. God will do it for you. Ask and you shall receive. Like, for real, for real. So if my videos and what I'm telling you you might have another question, whatever, you can ask me. You can also ask God. Either way it go. It don't really matter, but we got you. All right. How do you keep yourself from overthinking when you know clearly what God's told you? I struggle with that myself. Like, God has literally told me to do one thing and I'm like, what if it doesn't work? This is that. It's really just, again, just a daily, not struggle, but a daily type of way that you got to remind yourself daily. Like, yeah, just the proof is in the pudding. If God told me something, then it's going to be all right. If God told me to go there, then I need to go there. If God told me to do this, I need to do that. If God told me to not do that, then I shouldn't do that. If God told me, it's just following God. And the more you do it, the less you'll overthink about things, because you just know God got you. So kind of the same answer as the last question, but yeah, it's ultimately just a daily thing of constantly telling yourself, like, yo, this is, God told you to do this, it's going to work out. Something as beautiful is going to come from this. Like, it just is. This is what I need to do. This is my path. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Last question. How do you study the Bible when you read it? So I'm probably, I guess I was going to say I'm not the best person to ask this question to, but I feel like I am the best person to ask this question to because it got asked to me. So that means I must be, I must have some answers. So truthfully, I don't read the Bible too much. I'm not going to lie to you. I read it when I feel called to, or I read it when I just want to. Like, I don't read it every day. I read a lot of the Bible growing up. I went to private school, so like I have scriptures in my head or just like mantras that stick with me. But do I read the Bible every day now? I'm not gonna lie, I don't. But when I do read it, I literally just open it up to whatever it calls me. I'll just read, and I usually read the parts where God is speaking Himself, like the red words where they're highlighted red. I read the King James version, and I just read that. It's just I feel like when I open it, if I'm supposed to be there, I always end up somewhere reading something that I needed to read, or I'll end up seeing like a verse, like Proverbs, something on social media or online or something, and it'll intrigue me, and then I'll go deeper into that passage. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not a big Bible reader, just because at this point I'm more spiritual than anything. I haven't really been relying on religion to like lead me in a sense. I've just been strengthening my relationship with God on an individual level without the outside forces, including the Bible, because the Bible is cool and all, but it's just been so misinterpreted and all types of things. But I still think that I can find my own beauty in it. I'm just not personally there yet on my walk with God, I guess you could say. If I get to that point, I'll share. But like, yeah, I'm not the biggest Bible reader. But to preface, I read a lot of the Bible. I used to be in Bible study, I used to do Bible quizzes. Who can recite the most? I used to memorize Bible verses every single week for like months on end at private school. So I've been in the Bible, but I've been in the Bible, but yeah, at this point in my life, I'm not super heavy into the Bible. So that's just me being real. I don't think that makes me any less of a believer or anything like that. That's just what it is. That's just my truth. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I knew it was going to be kind of a little long one, and I don't mind that at all. This is really cool. Thank you, Ezekiel, for honestly sending me these questions, because it's nice to just hear my own perspective on things, and like, you know, it's fun for the both of us. Like, I get something out of this, and so do you. And also to whoever else is watching, thank you for tuning in. I really do hope that the questions that he asked are beneficial, and my answers are beneficial to you and your journey, or understanding your loved one or someone in your life, or just trans people in general, and seeing how we navigate things, how we navigate our relationships with God, how we navigate just life in general. I really do love speaking my mind and uplifting the community, and just being an outlet or being representation for especially my Black trans brothers out there, because yeah, I am a Black trans man. First and foremost, I do this for the whole trans community, but the Black trans community has a special place in my heart. So yeah, this goes out to y'all. I appreciate everyone so much. Please stay tuned. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I absolutely love when people ask me questions. I will literally make time out of my day to answer these questions, because I feel that I've been blessed and put in this situation enough to look how I look and to be who I am, that I can uplift others or help others or guide others in whatever capacity I'm able to. So, you know, as long as I'm here on this earth with my knowledge that God has given me, I will continue to spread it and share it in whatever way that I can. So again, I appreciate everyone. Stay tuned. More videos on the way. Yeah, we're going up for real, like elevating. Everyone else, you got this. Let's elevate. Let's get it. Later.